Hiring at startups early stage, it's a hell of a job, guys. I mean, it's a big mess. All right. I'm not talking about when you have a HR department and things like that. I'm talking about day one. Okay. Let's say you come up with your idea, you started the development, you found some developers, or maybe you have a technical co-founder that can take care of that part. And let's say you wanna hire a couple of support or sales or anything else, data entry or anything else like that. And you don't have the budget, you don't have any funding, you're bootstrapping. So it's a mess. Okay, as I talked before, um, for me, I hired interns. I mean, I didn't have any money to hire anyone. And obviously, like, people were not interested in stock option day one because you have no brand, no revenue, and it's just an idea. So I had to go after interns, right? So it's really important how you onboard those people that you bring in into your startups, because it's not an easy task. Okay, you kind of have to babysit day and night. You have to, I mean, the mentors and big people out there in the industry, they're talking about, yeah, don't do micromanagement and, trust your employees and things like that. But how can you not doing micromanagement when you are at early stage and you are bringing someone who's like, I don't know, 18, 19, whatever, just doing the last year of college and looking to gain some experience. So Anne has no idea, like, they barely know some features in their Gmails or things like that. I mean, this is the first time they're hearing about Slack or Asana or Jira and any management tools, and most probably they don't even remember their email password, and they don't even know how to use Google Calendar and stuff like that. So obviously, you need to do lots of micro managing in here. You need to create mini you. All right, you have a great idea, you have started your idea, which is a good point, which is amazing. You don't have money to hire talents, so you have to go after interns. You need basically extra hands. All right, that's why I'm saying you have to create mini you, because those people that you're bringing in into your company, those interns, they have no idea about your business, they don't give a fuck, and they're young, they're bold, and you basically, you cannot give them responsibilities, you cannot trust them, they're going to screw up everything. All right, and guess what, they're also working for free for you. What you gonna do, like, threatening them by firing them or something, or not, I don't know, paying them or anything like that? And they are living at their parents, everything is being paid, they don't even know what does it mean, like, to pay electricity bill or water bill or any kind of utilities, or dealing with, everyday, like, hassles of the life. So you need them, you are depending on them. Otherwise, guess what, if you lose them, who's gonna do their job, who's gonna help you to grow the business while you have no money to hire talents, or not even talents, like B or C players? All right, so you need to do lots of and lot of micromanaging in here. You need to basically, because those interns are your extra hands, as I said before, right? So you need to create mini you, and you need to, like, do the babysitting. I have talked about in my previous episodes why I call it babysitting. So if if you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend you to watch the previous videos as well. And if you are watching on YouTube, or on, you can listen to them on Spotify, or some other channels that I'm uploading. And um, it's really important, right? You cannot let those babies to do things on their own. It's kind of like babysitting. You need to watch them 24/7, teach them, learn them, be patient. Patience is your only friend and the only key to your success in this game, right? Because you are playing a game, guys. That's how I look at my business. That's why I never get burned out. That's why I never get tired. That's why I love everything about it. Even when I go down, even when I go up, even whatever difficulties I'm going through, it is like a game. It's like, let's say you are playing, I don't know, FIFA or 2K or Call of Duty or GTA or anything like that. Sometimes you might be mad because you keep dying in that, um, mission, and you gotta just load to the last checkpoint. But at the end, you're gonna pass that mission, and you're so happy to see, and you're so excited to see what's coming up next. All right. So that's how I see my work. That's how I see my startup. I don't give a fuck what the competition is doing. I don't even look at them. Market is so huge. um, there are room for everyone. If you're a hard work person, if you're honest, if you believe in what you do, if you're not lying, if you help people and try to help other businesses so they can help you back, right? So it's like a big ocean out there. You can never ever be the only boat who's going for fishing. There are lots of other boats out there that they are going for fishing, and there are lots of fish in the oceans, and the ocean is endless, and there are room for everyone. So that's how I see my game. All right. So you gotta play your game in the best perfect way so you can go to the next mission. You can finish up the game and start a new game, right? So you can be a good player. You need to be a good player. So let's assume you are starting this game, you don't have any money, you bring interns, and you gotta do the babysit 24/7 up to their head. They're gonna fuck up, guys, and they're gonna fuck up big time. And those fucking up is gonna cost you money, revenue, reputation, churn rate, and all that. But it is what it is, right? That's why you need to babysit. When you have a baby, when you're doing babysitting, sometimes you gotta go through, like, I don't know, paying for medicines, like, I don't know, the baby needs shoes or whatever, or the baby just throw his food on the floor, and you gotta buy something new, or crying or whatever, until that baby grows up, and like that tree grows, and then actually starting giving fruits, and then you can harvest the fruit and eat them. All right. So that's like a company, like a startup. Like, imagine you are planting a seed, and there are so many things in here. You cannot just plant a seed and then, okay, it's gonna grow on its own. No, it's not gonna grow on its own, because something's gonna happen. Just water and sun is not enough. Okay. Maybe some kind of animals, they're gonna eat that um, bush or whatever that is growing, or flower or tree, whatever that you have planted, or maybe some natural diseases or whatever, right? So you need to take care of it. You need to enough sun, enough supplements and anything like that, water, whatever, to take the birds away and things like that. So your tree can actually grow, and when it's grow, it's like a giant tree. Like, winds cannot bring it down, like tornadoes cannot bring it down, and you know you're just gonna enjoy seeing this amazing tree, enjoy sleeping under its shadow, or enjoying the fruits or things like that, right? So that's like your startup. That's how you have to look at your startup, and that's how you have to play your game. Okay, that's your only key to success. And patience is super important in this game, guys. You cannot get rich overnight, and there is no shortcut in here. Okay, there's no shortcut, like, hey, or if you don't believe in what I'm saying, sooner or later you're gonna give up, and then you're gonna think like, hey, it didn't work out for me, I'm gonna go back, I don't know, to do whatever the fuck I was doing before, or try something else. And at some point, you're gonna see that you're just jumping from trees to trees, and you're not finishing anything, because you're just giving up in different things, right? While you would focus and concentrate and cut distractions, and believe in what you're doing, and work your ass off. In 5 years from now, you could see some fruit hanging from your trees, but instead you are just jumping, planting different seeds, not taking care of them, and at the end, none of the trees growing up. So let's go back to hiring and onboarding. So it's super important, right? Babysitting those interns, and taking care of them, teaching them, learning them 24/7, be with them. And it's hard, because meantime, you got to do your founder CEO roles as well. you need to be also in touch with your developers. You need to, create roadmaps, meeting with investors, updating your financial documentations, and there's so many things going on in here, right? So at some point, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna be mad. You'll be like, hey, what's the point having these interns at my office if at the end I have to do their job? I have to teach them everything, how to write a proper email or how to respond or be kind or whatever customer satisfaction comes first. Like the basic things I gotta teach them. So at some point you're gonna get mad, like, hey, what's the point? But that's what I'm saying. Patience is your only friend in this game. All right. So you gotta be patient. You cannot expect, let's say if you have a baby, you cannot expect like, hey, with a click like that, the baby becomes like 10 years old, so it can go on its own to the bathroom, take shower, do its whatever, wear his clothes, and not nagging or crying, so I can sleep, relax at night. No, you gotta be patient. Okay, there is no shortcut to grow the baby quickly and stuff like that. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take months. It's gonna take years and things like that. Now, let's assume you are spending like 6 months to 12 months with those interns, all right? And they have learned the business inside out. They know what to do. So now you can be like, hey, I can focus on other stuff. But again, you need, as I said before, you need at least for the first 5 years of your startup, being in touch in your daily operations 24/7 from A to Z and anything in between, especially when it comes down to sales and support. That's super important, right? We talked about this in the previous episodes. So besides let's say you start with micromanaging because no one knows your business better than you, and then you're trying to like, whatever you got, teach everything, every details to your employees or to your interns. Now it's time that they need to take responsibilities. All right, they need to have that ownership over their tasks and over their responsibilities, because at some point, guys, you need to keep a balance in everything. That's like, doesn't matter like if you're doing business or whatever in your personal life, you need to have a balance. Too much of anything is not good. It doesn't matter what is it. If you are gambling too much, if you are smoking too much, if you are eating too much, if you are drinking too much, as a matter of fact, even if you are working out too much, it's not good. You're gonna ending up, I don't know, having a knee problem or joints problem or things like that, because you need to also work out on plan and sufficient, not just, do crazy stuff or um, lift heavy weights and or just keep running like for kilometers per day while you don't have the proper shoes, and at some point you're going to have issues with your knees or with your ankles and things like that. So you need to keep the balance of everything. Now you do the micromanagement, you grow those babies, they're good to go, but now they need to have responsibilities, and this is hard. It's kind of like a um, disattaching a baby from the parents, right? So they might not be able to take decisions on their own for every single thing. They might need to come back to you, because that happened to me. So even now, like one of my support that he started as intern, and now he's been like almost 4 years in our company. Sometimes some things that he already know what to do, he comes to me and he asks me like, hey, what shall I do in here? Hey, what shall I do this? Shall I do that? I'm just looking at him. I'm like, man, you don't need to come to me. You know the business, all right? You don't need to come to me to ask me, hey, this client asked me for, I don't know, A, Y, Z. Shall I respond back to say, hey, we can do this, but we cannot do that? Do you want me to, you know? I'm like, hey, you know that. You don't need to come back to me. Because at some point, if you do too much of micromanagement, at some point you take, and hey, you need to be kind, you need to be patient. Dictatorship and fear, it's your enemy in this journey. As much as patience is your friend, but becoming a dictator or creating that fear, that like boss life fear, like if they fuck up, I'm gonna shout at them and in front of the others so everybody can learn and they never do this mistake. That's the fucked up thing that can screw you up. Because once you create that fear thing inside your company, yeah, of course, it's early days. You're going through so many shits. You have no money to eat. You're hungry. You go through family problems, and business is not growing. Competition is trying to kill you. Investors, they don't believe in your idea. Nobody is giving you money. You are all alone. You don't have talent. You don't have, I mean, you are going through development issues. There's so many things. And of course, you are a human, right? You're a human. You're not a robot. You're not Iron Man. You're not Captain America. You're not, I don't know, Superman or something. Things gonna affect on you, right? So you're a human. So never ever create that just because you're going through difficulties. So at some point, like a volcano, you want to just like, go off. So never ever create that fear thing inside your company just because you're going through difficulties. That's what I was saying. Know before what you are walking into. Maybe you are not a great person. Sorry, maybe you are not a great candidate to become a founder or a CEO of a startup, like just starting with an idea day one. Maybe you are not in that position. Maybe you are good for something else. Maybe you are good for some kind of businesses like opening up a restaurant that you can see short-term ROI. You can see at least some money coming in, even day one, right? Because let's say you create a restaurant and I don't know, let's say you do Greek food or whatever, or some fast food, even though it's not gonna go good, and let's say after 2 years it's gonna shut down because you didn't have the experience. There's so many things in between, right? But at least even day one, someone, a delivery, something, DoorDash, Uber Eat, whatever, someone is gonna come in to buy your shitty hot dog that is, like the taste is fucked up, and at least you're going to see some money coming in. But startups, you are not seeing anything coming in. All right, for the first like a few years, you are not seeing anything coming in. It's just going out. Just money is just flying, going out. All right, you are the last person to eat. At some point, you are like, hey, why the fuck even if I'm doing this, I'm hungry. You know, desperate. um, you sometimes you feel like, you feel shit. You feel like people are betraying you. You go through so many things while your employees are getting paid on time and everything is good and they have their holidays and Christmas Eve and New Year's night and whatever, and everything is good. They buy their presents, they give to their beloved ones, they go on vacation, they go to cinema, they watch Netflix, they do all the normal human life shit, right? But you have no time for anything, for no relation, no girlfriend. I'm not eating for the last 6 months. I'm just eating eggs and or bread and cheese and whatever. And I don't even have time to surf on social media. I don't even have time to hang out with my friends. I'm just starving and hungry and crying and crawling and you name it, right? So that's why maybe it's not for you. But if you're starting this journey, you need to handle all this kind of shits coming on your way. You cannot be like, hey, just because today IRS uh, close our bank account just because we owe to the tax office, to IRS, and oh yeah, I'm going through difficulties and whatever, and you're going to be mad at your employees for the most simple mistakes that they're doing, or for something that they're doing actually is affecting the business or the revenue, the reputation. But hey, fear is your enemy. Okay, do not create that fear. Don't be that angry boss that people are afraid to talk to you because they fucked up in something and they prefer to hide it from you, or um, that angry boss that people, they hate to see you or they want to see you, and as soon as they have another offer, they're gonna bounce go there. So again, I go back to the micromanaging. When you do micromanagement, at some point you need to keep the balance, because if you do too much, they it's gonna take a long time, guys. It's gonna take a long time until they can, let's say, they have the balls to take responsibilities. Because as I said, imagine they're just like a baby, right? So you did the babysitting, the baby grew up, they're 9, 10, 11, they're going to school, But let's say this is a startup, right? So if you did the first 6 to 12 months and you did the micromanaging, they learn everything. But now it's really hard for them to take action and responsibilities. Because first of all, they got used to you. They got used to a daddy or something. They got used to an umbrella or whatever, someone from above just to give them the direction so they can be peace of mind. Hey, what I'm doing is good and I'm not going to get punished for it. Or number two, they are afraid of you. And they're like, hey, I received an email. I know what to respond, but maybe Ali doesn't like that. Maybe my boss, maybe my CEO, maybe my manager, whatever, they don't like that. So just let me ask just to ensure I'm doing the right response, right? So you're going to your manager, boss, whatever, CEO, CTO, just asking for something that he teach you for the past 12 months or 24 months. And he's going through so many shits right now, and you have no idea what he's going through. And you're just sending him a notification on Slack or just going to his room or just, huddling him or whatever. And he's like, hey, okay, let me answer because, I don't want them to be pinned on me. And then he receives that notification besides all the, I don't know, 1,000 notifications that he already have on different tools and emails and Slack and WhatsApp and you name it. And then, oh, here it is. Like, you waste my time by asking me something that you already know what to do. So they're going to be mad at you because at some point they're going to think like, hey, this guy he cannot take responsibility, or for every single thing he has to come back to me. I'm trying to teach him for the past 12 or 24 months, and at the end I gotta do it. So what's the point? Why am I paying salary? And if it's like that, I can do everything myself. But that's not how it should be, right? Because you need why I'm saying balance, you need to keep a balance because you need to keep a balance when you're doing micromanagement. So at some point, when the right time comes, when you want to give them responsibility, they can actually accept and do that responsibility. No matter what, if sometimes they can fuck up. It's just like a baby. The baby was growing up by the parents, right? Now you see some kids, they even like 17, 18, 20, whatever, always, um, being with their parents, asking what to do and stuff like that. And now they go to college or they go on their own. And bro, they can't even decide. Like, let's say the simplest thing, like they want to buy a couch for their house because they moved to another town or something, but they can't because they need the help of their parents, right? Or they can't even buy a shirt because let's say he went to Zara or Mango or H&M, whatever, like simple things. Shirts are like $8, $9, $10, and he can't even choose a color because he's like between, oh, shall I get the red one or the white one or the black one? Oh, damn, yeah, because my mom always used to be with me, or my dad or my girlfriend or my brother or my sister or my kids or my wife or whatever. And now I can't. Let me send them picture so they can tell me what to take. Besides, if you compare with someone else, that since they were a little kid, of course, they were getting orders from their parents or elder ones, or, hey, don't do this, this is bad. Hey, don't do that. Hey, if you pass the street, like turn left and right, car's not passing. Hey, whatever, don't smoke, don't drink. Hey, no, no, no. But they were also kind of like, alpha male or alpha female. And then, now those guys also on their own at the age of 18, 19, 20, younger, older, whatever. But you can see they can take lots of responsibilities for themselves. I mean, they joined the military on their own without even asking their parents, right? While there are other guys that are like 20, 30 years old, and I don't know, they can't even find a girlfriend, and someone from their family should, or their friends should hook them up with someone and things like that. So you don't want your employees to turn out to be like those kind of kids that you need to always babysit them no matter what, even if they become like 30, 40, 50 years old or whatever. You need to always babysit them. Someone always need to babysit them. They need to accept responsibilities. That's the only way they can lift some weights from your shoulders so you can actually take some breath, chill, relax a little bit, and focus on other things that are matter the most now. Focus on other kids, focus on other departments, focus on focus on other babysittings, growing the other babies. Okay, hey, I got like, let's say, 20 kids. I raised two of those. They are doing good at the support department. Now I need to go to the sales department. And so you can, because at some point, if they are going back to you for every question and you need to do everything and etc., etc., then you're gonna see like, hey, the business is not growing. As a CEO or founder, instead of like at this stage of our company, instead of doing some more important stuff like reaching out to the VCs, to the angel investors, pitching, like, going out, closing deals, whatever, following up with the development or anything like that, I'm still focusing on support and how to respond to to a customer, angry customer, happy customer, and basic stuff. So it's just draining my energy. That's the only way, if you can manage to give this feeling, this ownership, this responsibility to your employees, that you can be peace of mind that, hey, they know the business. Okay, if they fuck up, they fuck up. They're human. It's normal, but more or less they know what to do. So let's say if you're sick for 5 days and you can't even log into your laptop, right? Or if whatever, I don't know, something going on and you cannot work for 1 month or 1 week or 3 4 5 days, the business is not gonna shut down. After 3 days, you're not gonna come back and be like, hey, I was sick for 3 days, so I was really sick and I was just taking, I don't know, pills and drinking tea or whatever in my bed. I didn't even open my mailbox. So you're not gonna come back and see lots of churn emails and angry customers, or like, hey, basically, if I'm not working for 1 week, the business is gonna shut down. So you need to give that responsibility to your employees so they can accept the ownership, right? So you can focus on elsewhere, right? And that's super important, and that's gonna take time, because again, we are talking about day one. We are talking about when you are just with an idea. All right, you prepared your prototype, your beta, it's working, you got a couple of developers, and now you want to hire a couple of support or data entries or sales, but you don't have the money. You cannot go after A players, B players, C players, so you're hiring interns with like zero experience, zero knowledge, and you need to teach them A to Z, because at some point you need to give responsibility to those interns. Otherwise, they will always suck out your energy, suck out your blood, and at some point you're like, hey, this is not working, fuck it, I'm gonna do something else, or yeah, I cannot raise money, and so I cannot hire talent. So the interns were the reasons that they killed my startups. No, you were the reason that you killed your startups, not the interns, because you didn't know how to deal with them. You didn't know how to raise a baby. You didn't know how to micromanage them or give them responsibilities and ownership and let them on their own and just overwatch them and try, play the elder brother, or like a kind father, that, hey, like a coach thing, basically, that, hey, so I grew you up, I was next to you every day, and now I'm watching you. Of course, I'm there for you anytime you need me, or whatever you need me, or don't hesitate to get to me if you're uncertain about something. But hey, take responsibility, don't be afraid. You know the business, you can take action, and you can do what you want to do. Now, again, we talked about this before, that it's super important to be aware of whatever is going on in your startup. When I'm talking about give them responsibilities and ownership, and I don't mean just like, hey, let them on their own and tell them, hey, I don't want to hear anything anymore, because otherwise, if I don't cut them, every time they're gonna come back to me or Slack me, or mention me under every single task, and they ask for my approval or directions or for my help, and I need to cut them totally. I need to create a wall between me and them. They should never come to me. Otherwise, they will never get away from this micromanagement thing, and they will never accept ownership or responsibilities. And I need to take care of everything every time. No, still don't forget you are day one. You need to be aware of everything, whatever is going on in your company, with your product, with your business, everything, A to Z. Okay. you are not a, I don't know, 20, 50, I don't know, you're not a small size business, you're not 24 to 50 member team. You are like most probably 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, whatever. All right. You're in that size. So you need to be aware of everything. That's why you need to have open office um, rules, that no walls. Okay. You need to sit on the same desk with your team members, and to be aware of everything going on with your support, everything going on with your sales, with your development, with your QA, with your finance, with your whatever is going on. All right. So you cannot be like, hey, all right. Because sometimes I see people, they're doing it wrong. Because they are like, all right, yeah, okay, I don't have money, I can take interns, teach them, whatever, but they will never stop, dude. They will always come back to me and they ask for help. Or so the only way to stop them is to like tell them never ever come to me anymore, and you need to do everything. But then what's going to happen if they fuck up something? You're going to be mad at them. So you're going to create that fear. You're going to take that responsibility away from them. So at some point, they are like, hey, you want me to do things on my own? But if I fuck up, you're going to be mad at me. Okay, I'm not you. No matter whatever I can do, I can never become you. You are you, I'm me. All right? You are the founder, I'm the support. I can never be you. No matter how much you teach me, how much you be above me, how much you watch me, how much you, I don't know, try to tell me do this, do that, whatever. Right? So if you do that, if you create that wall, if you tell them you're on your own from today, I don't want to hear from you, so you know what to do in support. So I'm going to focus on devs or on sales, and then you will create this situation where you are not aware of what's going on in your company with the most important thing, which is your support. Even let's say your support agents, they know those interns that you hire, those babies that you grow, they know the business not even better than you, because they're every day out on the field. They deal with so many things that maybe, I don't know, so many different kind of email responses or whatever that you don't even know or you never deal with when you were doing support. And they know the work even better than you. Then you are like 100%, like God is going to guarantee this for you, that, hey, peace of mind, relax, chill, enjoy, go focus on elsewhere and grow the company. But these guys, they know the job, they can do it better than you, even they can handle the situations that you have no idea how to handle them. So relax, go on sales or finance or I don't know, whatever else you want to do, development, QA, whatever else you want to do. So that's when you start getting away from the most important thing of your company. Okay, that is like so many things that is not going on, and sorry, so many things that is going on, and you are not going to be aware of those because your supports are A players and you are not in touch with them anymore, and I don't know, you are taking rest or taking care of yourself or going to seminars or whatever, or being with your developers or with your sales, and you're like, I'm peace of mind from my support team because they're doing an amazing and fabulous job. But at some point, you're going to miss so many things that you could get so many ideas in it, or to help your business, to develop your product better, to understand your customers more by getting away from your supporting, which I do believe every time, doesn't matter, even if you're like in the size of Amazon or eBay or Alibaba or whatever, as a founder and CEO, you need to be every day in touch with your support team, doing support role, and being actual customer of your product. That's the only key to your success. Because the moment that you stop using your product, or you're still using your product, but the moment that you stop getting away from your support department and not knowing what's going on, that's the start of your downfall. That's the start of giving room to competitors that they even start like much later than you and they are much smaller than you. So you start giving them room to grow. And because those founders in those small businesses trying to be you, they are in touch with their support team. They have already did the investigations on you. They know your weak points. They know your, and other companies like you. So they know much more. Imagine yourself day one that you were in touch with everything, trying to handle everything in the perfect possible way. And now you grow or whatever, and you're trying to get away from support because I don't have time for this anymore. Let me focus on more important stuff, business meetings and things like that, hiring, firing, whatever. There's so many things going on. So I do believe that's the time that will start of your downfall and giving room to your competitors, because someone else just like you with your patience and with your uh, let's say hard work and all that, started similar business elsewhere in the world or in your own town or your own country or somewhere else, whatever. And those people are in touch with their support team, and people, they always want to try something new. All right, people, they always want, look at TikTok. Who would believe? um, Imagine you would go to any VCs or founders. You would be like, hey, I have this idea, like TikTok idea. People can dance and post on whatever, and I need this much of investment. They would like kick you out. They would like, hey, are you stupid or crazy? There's Facebook out there, there's Instagram, X, LinkedIn, um, Snapchat, Twitch, whatever, so many else things. And the market is saturated and it has been dominated. So now you wanna start TikTok thing? Oh, good luck. But look at those, right? Or same thing when Snapchat came out, right? Or even when Facebook came out. It was MySpace, High Five. All there's so many other things. So this has been proven that people like to try new stuff. They love it. So there are so many tools out there. Why do you think all these developers, or product designers, UX UI designers, they start jumping from Jira to I don't know what, to Asana, to here, to there, and lately, Notions came out, and they start loving it, which more or less, all those tools are doing the same thing, guys, if you think about it. HubSpot, Salesforce, Asana, Jira, Mondays.com, I don't know, this, that, you name it. There's so many things out there. Notions, whatever. There's so many tools out there. They all do the same thing. Customize your board, to do, backlog, progress, done, whatever, closed won, closed lost. Then they give you some nice, I don't know, metrics. Say, how did your sales process? Did how many deals you lost? How many deals you won? Do you want to remarket those deals that you lost? Do you want to sell more stuff to those deals that you? Most comments under the tasks and assign back to each other, whatever. Mostly they are doing the same thing. All right. Well, what's the difference? Really, what's the difference between the Slack or Discord? So many they move from Slack to Discord. Well, what's the difference? It's the same thing, guys. It's just like people love to try new shit. They love it. So, as I said before, whatever you're doing, if you're doing like any kind of startups, if you're in the hospitality industry, if you're in the, I don't know, transportation industry, if you're in accommodations, if you're in space tourism, if you're competing with Elon Musk or whatever out there, there are so many other startups from different sizes with different kind of funding that are doing the same exact thing as you do. Same exact thing. Just your logos might be different and your brand name. That's it. They're doing the same exact thing. So that's why I really do believe it's really important to always be in touch with your support team and never get away from your support. Support should be your most favorite department in your company, which actually is not, because there are so many shows going on out there, from angry clients to angry users. I mean, development department might be really chill and relaxed. Like you see the developers, they got their headsets, AirPods, whatever, listening music, coding, they got their backlog, whatever, sprint tasks, all that. Sales department might be fun, always on the go, business meetings, lunch, dinner, outside business trips, closing deals, getting bonuses. Fine. Marketing department, oh, sweet. Dealing with influencers, throwing events, whatever you do, SEO, marketing, pay per clicks, you name it, it's cool, it's fun. But support, no one wants to deal with support because support is like bringing your mood up to the moon and then shooting you down like a piece of shit, like back on earth. Imagine like from the sky, they just throw you out back to the earth. What do I mean by that? Because sometimes we receive some emails regarding new partnerships. Some people, some businesses out there, some merchants that they are interested in your product, and you're gonna get this good feeling. Oh yeah, I'm killing it. I'm gonna become billionaire, whatever, things like that. And then right after that, you're going to receive this email from your long-term client that they are, leaving your platform or is a churn rate, and they want to stop partnership because they found one of your competitors that they want to work with, or they just made their own shit, their own website or whatever, and they don't need your services anymore. You receive you early morning, you log into your company emails, and then you see like 1 star or bad review on App Store or Play Store from an angry client that one of your support guys, they fucked up something. That's why you receive that 1 star rate, and it's going to fuck all your mood. So there are so many things going on. That's why nobody wants to do support because they see it as a waste of time. Hey, why should I reply to emails? Hey, why should I go through emails? Hey, why should I see the message? Hey, why should I deal with angry clients? I already have employees, let them to deal with angry customers. Oh, one reservation went wrong, one delivery went wrong, one, I don't know, online shopping, whatever went wrong. The customer didn't get their product on time or their whatever booking went wrong. Yeah, okay. Like, so that's when, if you get away from your support, that's, I do believe, when you start losing that quality that you used to have, that personal touch of yours into your smell, your taste into your product. You're going to lose that, and that's going to be a start of your downfall because someone else is doing the same exact business as yours, but they're in touch every day with their support team, with their clients, calling their clients, asking for feedback. Do you know, as a client, how does it feel when a CEO is calling you or emailing you, whatever? And maybe depending on whatever country you are in, calling is not allowed by law, just calling, people, but still you can email them and asking for their honest feedback and what you can do to improve more, to improve better, or if you fuck up in something, asking for their forgiveness or apologies and what you can offer them to make this back. Do you know how they will take that as a client? What kind of respect they will have for your product? If you really mean it, not if you are acting like just trying to call a customer, just act that, hey, I am that CEO, I am that Jesus, I am that guy. No, you're not. If you're faking it, people are not stupid. People, they're gonna get it. So, guys, support is super important. It's not the coolest department in any company. Okay, it's super underrated in any company. There's so many founders or CEOs out there that they're acting like, yeah, customer satisfaction is the most important thing. Yeah, Jeff Bezos style. Yeah, customer obsessed, being obsessed with your customers, with your, customer happiness, with their satisfaction and all that. But they're not actually doing it because they love the marketing. That's where the hot chicks are, or whatever, the fun stuff. They like the, I don't know, development because it's, comfort zone. They like the, I don't know, sales because it's fun or whatever, which you should love all kind of, because love all kind of departments. At the same, you need to be involved with everything. I'm not just telling you do support and forget about the rest. You need to be everywhere at any time and take care of everything like 24/7. But never ever get away from your support department. You need to be 24/7. You need to be involved with your support thing and you need to be aware of everything. Even though if you have given full responsibilities to your support agents and they are super seniors and they know what to do. They know even what to do better than you. Even at some point, you are asking them for their opinion or help or how they can tackle this issue, and they're gonna tell you do this, do that, and then you are like, bingo, you're gonna hug them. Wow, you're amazing. High five. I'm gonna do that. Thank you for solving this. Still, you need to be aware of everything going on in your support department. Yep. Thank you guys. Bye bye. See you soon.